I think that tampering with someone's body because they've committed a crime, I feel very I'm not that comfortable with anyway. I feel that the reason why they committed the crime does need to be addressed, and probably in an earlier life, a lot of the people who do commit crimes against children were abused themselves or went through appalling childhood. So I question whether tampering with them medically changes that mindset when what they need is psychiatric counselling and help.
Keeping it with Tracy Connolly just for the moment, she has said that the reason that she wants to have a hysterectomy is because she can't trust herself not to get pregnant if she was released from prison. She can't trust herself not to get pregnant, and she wants to remove the chance of history repeating itself. She wants that choice to be taken away. Now, as shocking as we may find that, is that actually quite a responsible attitude to say, I mentally cannot guarantee that I won't behave badly, so take this opportunity away from me?
I think that's, if that's what she genuinely thinks, and that's fine, and she should be, you know, that's her choice and she'll be allowed to do it. I don't think it should mean that her sentence then becomes less.
It's two separate things.
She should
because it feels like, I mean, we don't know it, but it feels like she's saying, can I do this as a swap instead of having the punishment? But, you know, I often do wonder on this whole idea about is there ever a case for in some way intervening with a woman's ability to have a baby if she repeatedly makes the same mistake. I remember years ago meeting this woman. I think you met her as well, Colleen. She was incredible. I think she had adopted 6 children from the same mother that all had alcohol fetal syndrome. So she was getting pregnant and drinking in just the same way she had before. And she had every right to keep on having babies. Now, I don't believe that you can just sterilise somebody, because I think that we are taking away their human rights. But I also am really concerned about the human rights of that child, those children. And these children have appalling disabilities, all kinds of different physical and mental problems. So is there not a place to have... We now have this great thing, which is contraceptive implants. Is there not a case, if somebody has got some kind of mental condition that's driving them to addiction or other, you know, unreasonable chaotic behaviour, that we can't have these implants put in until they are of sound mind to be able to have a baby and look after it properly?
I hear what you're saying, but I think there's an ethical problem here, because the woman's human rights are to behave how she wants to behave.
But what if that woman's going to have 4 more babies with alcohol fetal syndrome? What about those babies' human rights?
When I made a programme in a hospital up north, I became aware of this, other women like this, and the hospital told me about other women like this that have had, you know, multiple births, one after the other, every single year. They have a baby, and those babies have to be taken from them immediately. But I know it's dreadful.
But the damage has already been done to that baby. They have got life-changing disabilities, and the thing is, I don't agree with sterilisation, because I'm with you on that, human rights. But what can we do to intercept, in that particular case, for example, that woman going on to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more babies?
Last year in British prisons, there were 6 prisons where they trialled chemical castration. So prisoners who are convicted of child abuse could volunteer to have chemical castration. Now, this trial isn't happening anymore. We don't know the reasons why, but I think that raises interesting questions, because the research after this on chemical castration says that when people have had these injections, there are only 4% of them are likely to reoffend, whereas if they haven't had chemical castration, 40% are likely to reoffend. But I still think...
That's a very convincing number.
That is a chemical cosh that interferes with someone's body in a very fundamental way. It really...
But what about the child that's been interfered with?
You see, when I hear you say that, I kind of... There's part of me that kind of goes, what, so you're saying you'd feel sorry for that person if it interfered with their chemical body?
I'm just saying that we don't know the
Because I don't feel sorry
effects
for them, and if they'd have hurt my child, I wouldn't just castrate them, I'd chop it off.
Literally. I'm afraid we don't live in the Middle Ages
Well,
or in
maybe
the
we
third
should.
world, and I think the justice system should be about rehabilitation, no matter how difficult that might be.
What if, in both of these instances, whether we're talking about, you know, a female's right over her body or a man's right over his body, what if in both of those instances they have volunteered themselves, whether it's chemical castration to stop them acting out on urges, and what if it is female sterilisation to stop them becoming pregnant because they can't guarantee that they can look after a child? Surely in that instance you've handed over your rights and you've said, right, my body is yours to do with what you see fit.
Definitely.
Well, I just refer you to the case of Alan Turing, a really distinguished code breaker who was arrested for importuning and underwent chemical castration, and obviously they made a film and there's been lots of books written about him, and that affected him mentally so much that he took his own life. And I mean, now he's been pardoned posthumously, and you know, that's just a tragic case. And I just think that who knows what the long-term effect of these drugs are, and I just counsel caution, that's all.
Right.